Welcome to our podcast, episode 24, on the characters from the investigator Stewart, like, series. I'm Yogan, joined by Sky Slayer.
What up?
So, yeah, today, I'm going to be talking about those characters and also mention the drones that were just introduced. The video may or may not be out by the point of this video, but yeah. Um, let's begin on the characters. So you're unfamiliar with any of Kim's other characters that are done
Yeah,
by like some have been done. One was done by Quill. One was done by like Juno. One was done by Irene. Actually, two of them, and the drones. Obviously, that was Kim and Callie.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll start on the two drones since they were just introduced. So the new Foundation robots were technically made by the scientists that work for both the Foundation and the Ghost Agency, supposedly. But I'm saying that Michael had a hand in creating them, seeing that, like Charlie being like one of the original Foundation drones, obviously, he would have some investment in it. But yeah, but those characters were short lived since they were lost to 087, which was a
Yeah.
maze for us. It was hell.
Oh, it was hell. It was hell incarnate.
I
Just,
spent half an hour trying to find you. Uh, it was something.
it was so, it wasn't uncomfortable, it was more scary than anything.
Yeah,
Constantly dying.
yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next character, which is Moonshine, done by a Quill. Probably only going to be a one-time character, judging from what Kim said, and I don't think Quill is too into roleplay, but Moonshine is basically kind of like Rogers. He reminds me of Rogers a lot.
Uh,
Moonshine is a kind of Rogers-esque character, and yeah, he's like an old man and stuff, and like a scientist or something, researcher, something like that. Then there's Gordon, done by Juno, who's a forgetful detective because he has space dementia, whatever space dementia is.
that sounds like something that could really be bad. Yeah, I got space dementia.
They recognize Michael despite the fact, like, he technically wasn't supposed to recognize Michael, but he did, but also didn't remember my name, well, Michael's name, but yeah, Yeah, that was something like, hey, he remembers me. What I'm saying is the truth. I'm not crazy. I swear I'm not crazy.
Yeah, some that swears are not crazy is definitely crazy.
Well, for Michael, the noir episode felt like reality, but now it's canonically counted as a dream, but a dream of the truth, but still like it, it's uh it's like someone knowing that Mike was being set back to square one with knowing Stewart, but it seems
Yeah.
like things have gone back to normal pretty quickly. But during that episode, like episode two, where Stuart didn't know Michael like at all, like was one of the most painful episodes for Michael. Like, like he's trying to convince his old friend that he knows them, yet they don't know him, and Michael feels like he's going crazy, like with everything's that's gone on, and things are not going great, especially when his old one of the old agents for that worked for him, Agent Kevin, has gone rogue and is more violent than he was in the past. It was quite a day for Michael.
Yeah.
But the next character is the hazmat character. They didn't get a name, but they had seen the darkness, the living darkness, was Kim slash Stewart seems to be calling it the living shadow. Um, but uh, the darkness is has been around the town and messed with people's life, especially the hazmat guy and his like the eyes. You might be one of them lookers, one of them seers, one of those watchers. Like, because one of the things is like there always seems to be like weird eyes with the living darkness,
Mm.
which if you remember in Noir Remembrance, when we played that together, there was those eye things on the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since like that shadowy stuff, that black stuff is like I said, living darkness, like yeah. So yeah. But the hazmat guy has had a rough time. Then we come to the living darkness itself, originally done by Irino, but Michael captured it and brought it to Site 42, which I would show it in containment during one of my episodes. But it recently escaped its containment during the 087 episode,
Yeah.
which I mentioned to you in character. Like, it's the thing, the living darkness creature at Site 42 escaped. And yeah, eventually you'll probably meet that. And that means in that episode I'll be a villain character. So I won't be as helpful during that episode, so be prepared. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll try and find a good map for it, though.
yeah. Fuck, what's itching on my beard?
What?
Oh, I got like a itch on my facial beard. That's really agitating.
Mm,
Heave.
but yeah, and that's the characters. So out of those characters, what do you think? Who do you think would be the most interesting for like Richard to deal with?
Out of all those characters,
Yeah,
um, probably Moonshine. If they're anything like Rogers.
yeah. I feel like it'll also be interesting if you like met with like Gordon, which is more likely since Juno does join sometimes.
Yeah,
Just probably won't show up probably at the moment, but possibly by the time we do Evil Stewart. Evil Stewart. I've been waiting a long time for Evil Stewart, trust me. It's been 2 years since the idea was initially formed,
uh,
but we never got to execute the idea since the Rogers roleplay fell apart, and we only started it up again about a year ago in like July, and then continued on with the second episode during like December, but I released it in like January by the time I'd gotten all the pieces and edited together since it was from Kim's point of view because I was when I was having trouble recording and hadn't just given up on trying to record VR and just recording like regular desktop recording. But now that's what I do, so I lost that battle, but I will not win. I'll not win the war. I'll not lose the war.
uh,
Not win the war means I don't win, meaning But yeah, hopefully eventually I'll get a job and start earning money, meaning I can save for a computer and actually have a new computer so that I can handle VR recording and all that,
yeah.
which will be nice. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode. So thank you for joining me for this episode.
And live long and prosper from me.
Yep. Peace until next time.
Adios.